welcome to At the End of the Week. At a time when the news seems more like fiction than fact, anchors bigger actors than Bollywood stars, and new controversies get created every minute, we have decided to go the whole hog by looking at news through a fiction lens. What do you call a situation where you want to cover up something, but in an attempt to do so, you end up drawing more attention to what you tried to push under the carpet? Well, I don't know what you call it, but BJP definitely calls it Mersal. Many netas probably heaved a sigh of relief when fake stamp paper kingpin Telgi breathed his last. Many were at the receiving end of his undue favors, and he has unfortunately taken his secrets to the grave. Karnataka's Vidhan Sauda turns 60. From now on, the slow pace of work will be justified considering it just turned senior. Kamal Haasan hints at entering politics yet again. He meets up and decides to create an app. My only worry is if he becomes CM, I really hope he has a real cabinet instead of playing everyone's role himself. You need not stand up for the National Anthem in theatres anymore. But I am still waiting for a day when the Supreme Court dispenses the need for people to stand up when they enter the courtroom. Inspector General of Police and his driver were held for being drunk in Trivandrum. Not their fault. They wanted the state security to be tight, quite literally. But the king of all news this week is about a person who died more than 2 centuries ago. He has agreed to time travel just for us. And remember guys, this is Super World exclusive. Not that it matters, but this is the first and probably the last on Asianet Newsable. Hello? Hello, are you there? You have a very controversial image in today's world.
Historians may say that I am a liar, but history is written by people who have killed heroes.
That sounds like a dialogue from Braveheart. When did you watch it?
While time traveling, I got stuck in Silk Board, so watched the entire film there. If only I knew that Silk would become famous for something totally unrelated.
Okay, now let's come back to the topic. Are you saying that whatever bad is written about you is not true at all?
What have they written?
A mass murderer, a tyrant, intolerant towards other religions than your own.
Aren't there any documents which tell you the good things I did, the reforms I brought, the innovations I did?
No, you have supporters till date. That's why we celebrate Tipu Jayanti.
Okay, let me understand this. I have my supporters. And there are people who call me mass murderer and intolerant?
Yes.
Do these traits remind you of somebody familiar? If only I knew that media would become this big, I would have managed it better. I paid more salary to my general instead of media advisor in the Darbar.
Now that you have come here, why don't you prove your innocence?
I have to prove my innocence. If somebody accuses me of something, the onus is on that person to prove that I am guilty. Did the law of this land change?
So you don't want to say anything on it?
Can I leave it to the common sense of the people here?
What if I say no?
Look, I am dead. There are umpteen number of cases pending of people alive in your present day courts. Why do you want to do the trial of a dead man? Your priorities are pretty screwed up.
Well, that's just how the government functions these days. Trouble brews after a person's demise, from Tipu to Jayalalitha.
Why don't you question the government then?
Okay Tipu, thought it was hard to question netas, but you seem to be the king of them all. Thanks for coming. Have fun or not. Either I win the game or I quit the game. My show anyway. Amid all this action, there was action of a different kind in a Bengaluru mud. Recently, a Swamiji was caught doing something and I can't help but wonder whether they could have drawn inspiration from... Puzzled? Let me share a figment of my imagination. Here is the Apsara Swami love, sex and dhokha story that may seem very, very familiar. This story finds relevance today too, if you know what I mean.
Once upon a time, there was a focused Swami and a glam doll Apsara. Deep penance can give a Swami immense power. An Apsara can nullify it, or even better, share the power. The breeze brushes the cheeks and the garments fly. The Apsara blushes. The Swami loses focus, mind wavers, and love blossoms. The Apsara is young and beautiful. Her promiscuity is of no consequence. While it turned out that this was all a trick played out by a secret deva who had this canned. The Apsara did her job and went back, but the Swami had everything to lose. Penance is incomplete and the image is tainted. Thank God, no issues. Yet, if you know what I mean.
How can there not be any issues yet? The nation wants to know. Let me go find some more issues to highlight for the next week. But at the end of this week, that's all I have.